This is Nyx. Hello, hope you can see me. So I don't have a song really for this recording. What I'm doing right now is loading up a poem that I wrote. So a brief background, this vlog, I guess, whatever you call it, this is about grief and recovery. So my older brother, Rob, passed away. I found out the news Christmas morning this year. It was a shock. The phone rang about 9 o'clock in the morning for my stepmother, and I believed that, my family was calling me out here to talk with me and my son and say Merry Christmas. Well, instead, my stepmom asked me to take a walk outside and get somewhere where I was alone, where she would deliver me the news that my brother passed away. And I know that it was very hard for her to tell me that. So I breathed through the entire conversation, just making sure that I was focusing on my breath, because I knew that I was going to be in shock and under a lot of stress pretty much for the next year, at least. My mom passed away when I was 13 years old, and I recall when she passed away, a lot of the sadness was in my heart and in my mind and my head. And that first year was rough. I was a lot younger then and did not have the emotional maturity really to understand how I was feeling, how to process it. So within a couple months after my mom passed away, I grabbed a journal, and I didn't really ever journal much at all or write. And I found that just sitting by myself and writing about how I felt really felt good, and I felt better when I was done. It was like that was my way of processing what was going on inside of me at a very young age. With writing, I feel like you can lay everything out on the table and really see what your heart is actually thinking without any distraction. And from writing about my mother's death when I was young, I found that I could write poetry, I could write whatever I wanted. And that's where my writing journey began. So when my brother passed very recently, less than 3 months ago, of course, I started writing about it. I write anyway, regardless, but yeah, he's been the topic of my writings since he passed, and I'm a lot older now, and I can adjust a little more easily than I was able to at 13 and losing your mom. I noticed that a lot of when someone passes away and you're in shock, your body naturally protects your mind. Your mind is naturally protected with shock and feeling numb and all these things. Well, as time goes on and things start warming up and that ice is thawing out, you start to feel things. You start to feel it, the sadness, the pain, the loss, the hope, the faith. So I noticed my body was under a lot of stress in the past 3 months, much more than my mind was. So my main focus was to keep my body healthy, cleansed, hydrated, exercised, and try to keep it under as little stress as possible. But So I wrote this poem about my brother that I read at his funeral service, the after service. It's called I Wish. I have it in my laptop. I wish. I have been running towards distraction. I have been running towards anything that can take me away from myself, my thoughts, my heartache, my loss. I have been running. I have been running towards busy. Busy cooking, busy working, busy cleaning, busy folding laundry, busy prepping, busy watching the pointless screen that tells me nothing. Busy wasting time. Then it all just stops. I lay in my bed and I look out towards the night sky, and I think of how many chances I had to call you on the phone but never did. I think of the last message you sent to me. Do you have time to talk soon? I thought I had time. Then time ran past me, and then you died. I called you, I believe, the day that you died. I finally made time to speak with you, and I called too late. I lay in bed and I look out towards the night sky, and I wish I would have called you that week sooner. And my wish is relevant. My wish is felt with a magnitude larger than all I have ever felt. But no matter how great my wish, I cannot change the past. The past is gone, and so are you. My thoughts of you are grand. They open my mind when I awake, and they close my mind when I fall asleep. And I did not think much of you at all when you were alive. It was not until you died that you lived in my thoughts. Can you hear them? I think so. You come through in a song on the radio, Eye of the Tiger, to be exact. You come through with dragonfly necklaces and earrings worn by strangers that cross my path. You come through with the light I sit by. It blinks on and off, and only when I am near. I can hear your voice speaking to me. Can you hear my voice speaking to you? I think so. I have been busy with distraction, just like when you were alive. Well, I'm quiet here, and I've turned everything down. And there is no more to cook. There is no more to clean. There is nothing on that screen. I'm running from distractions, and I'm running to you, my brother. You are gone, but you are not far away. At the end of each day, you are my last thought. You are on the other side of my fear, therefore I have nothing to fear. The pain seeps further down into reality, and that reality rises to the surface. I will never know you again in this life. And I must accept this. I must live with this. For the rest of my time here, I must live with this, and I accept that. And here I fall inwards, and here I hold myself, and here I look out towards the night sky and wish. I wish to tell you that I love you. Life really is short, and we hear that all the time. Oh, better do that, life is short. Ooh. You know, it's like become this cliche that has skimmed past my ears for a very long time. Like, yeah, whatever, life is short, whatever. Maybe your life is short, my life ain't short. But you know what? It's not all about you. My brother's life, it was short. He's 45 years old. It's not all about you. My life may or may not be long, relatively speaking. It doesn't matter how long my life is. My brother's time was short, and I did not have all the time in the world to call him. So, my point, if you got something to say to someone, even if it is, I'm thinking of you, I hope you're well, simple as that, 2 sentences. Pick up the phone, give them a call. Do you remember the phone? Everyone's so afraid of the phone these days, I feel. Pick up the phone and call. If you're thinking of someone, you have something to say to them. Do you remember writing cards? Card in an envelope, thinking of you, hope you're well. Put a stamp on it, put it in the mailbox. That takes effort. You took the effort to do that for someone else, because it's not always about you. And you know what? Yeah, there is email and messenger and whatnot, text. That's all good too. Just get it out there. Get it out there. Because your life may be long. You don't know that. Someone else's may not. Don't waste your time. You know? Don't waste your time. I think with that, that's all I got. Peace.